Hello everyone, welcome back. I am Fer and this is the Phyrexian secret layer I ordered last year. It took a while to get to me. Actually, apparently it arrived here in Mexico, but then it got sent back to Wizards of the Coast and we had to find a way to send it to me again in a way that wouldn't be returned. So yeah, it took a while. It took a lot of patience, but finally it is here. And it comes with a pack of cards. I had completely forgotten about this. And fun fact, I have only ever played Magic in Magic Arena. I have never bought a physical Magic product. So this will be the first pack of Magic cards I open in my life. But for now, okay, so first let's check the box. Actually, I was surprised by how small it is. Like, I expected it to be a little bit bigger. I guess they make it look bigger in the promotional material. But of course, what everyone is here for is the Phyrexian text here. Can you see it well? Maybe it's not perfectly in focus, but don't worry about that. I'm going to translate this text. I have avoided the text in this side of the car like the plague. I have not seen it, like spoilers from a movie you really want to see. I have not seen it, I have not seen anyone's attempt to try to decipher it because I want to try to decipher it for myself. But I couldn't because I hadn't gotten my secret layers. So I have not paid any attention to that text. So you're gonna see me decipher it like blind. But anyway, now let's open it. I'm so excited. Ooh, thank you for being part of Secret Layer. Interesting. Ooh, and it opens like this. Nice. Oh yeah, I had forgotten there was this black box in the promotion. And I was thinking, what happened to the black box? But I thought that maybe because it was sent back or something, like they sent it without the box, but no, apparently here. Ooh, and we have more Phyrexian text in here, which I think is different from the text in the top of the box. Yeah, it is different. And okay, by the way, the text here in the top of the box, for some reason goes right to left, but here it goes left to right, which is how it is supposed to be written. The examples we've seen of Phyrexian in universe are always left to right. So I wonder what's going on in here with a different direction of the text. Anyway, let's see. Made in USA, Wizards of the Coast, LLC. Ooh, fancy. It looks... Okay, we have a box inside another box, inside another box. Oops. And there's... I'm trying to see like if there's secrets inside the... It would be cool if they were to print something inside here, or maybe something inside here, but it seems that that's not the case. Okay. So now let's see. Ooh. Okay. Well, it seems to be glued, but okay, it comes off easy. Okay. I'm trying to be so careful, but my hands are sweaty. So I don't really want to touch the cards too much. I'm trying to just open this without damaging the cards. Okay, so first, here we have Elish Norn, who is, as of New Capenna, apparently the new big bad of Magic, because apparently she is controlling all the predators, or well, apparently Urabrask apparently Jingitaxias and Vorinclex obey her, based on the events in New Capenna, which, by the way, I still think that New Capenna is Serra's realm. everyone in the realm in New Capenna has collective amnesia about what that plane used to be? Come on, why would they have collective amnesia if the reveal of what New Capenna really is wasn't a big reveal? If New Capenna was just any other random plane with angels, there would be no need to keep it a secret, right? I still maintain, and I know, every time I say this, people tell me, Serra's realm was destroyed, it is the power stone in the weather light, so on and so forth. Yes, but what you guys are forgetting is that this is all made up, and they can come up with some reason for why some part of Serra's realm survived and that tiny region of the plane became New Capenna. And so I still maintain that's the case. And by the way, I also predicted that Elishnorn would fight Elspeth. And well, they didn't fight in New Capenna, but Urabrask did say specifically that Elishnorn is afraid of Elspeth. So my prediction was right, that they want to take these two women who are centered in white mana and like made this big confrontation out of them. Okay, so here we have the big bad. Oh. Okay, let me see, where can I put it? Here. And then here we have Jingitaxias, which, by the way, in one of my live streams, we were trying to decipher a couple of things, and we came to the conclusion that Gitaxian probably means progress in Phyrexian. It is very likely. I mean, we are not entirely sure, but it seems like that's the case. Ooh, and then we have Sheldred. In terms of the original Predator cards, I think Sheldred is my favorite because I really like graveyard strategies. I like bringing things back from the graveyard and stuff like that. And okay, and I also like making your opponent sacrifice stuff. Like, my dream is to have Sheldred and Tergrid, God of Fear, in the board at the same time. And I don't know, be able to protect them somehow. It would be so cool. But again, I've never played Magic physically, with physical cards in person. So hopefully one day I will. Then we have Urabrask. Oops, sorry, I fell here. Here we have Urabrask, who, by the way, is interesting. I also predicted that Sheldred and Urabrask would ally themselves with the Gatewatch and to try to defeat the Phyrexians. But I predicted that reveal would happen in Dominaria United, because I think Dominaria United, it's probably because Dominaria has been conquered by the Phyrexians or something like that. That United could be very well a Phyrexian all is one or something like that. And then we have Vorinclex. And apparently, I just have the lights went out in my house right now. I mean, I can still record because this is with a battery, but when the lights come back on again, my doorbell is gonna make a sound, and I cannot record this again or stop recording. So just keep that in mind. But here we have Vorinclex. I think this is one of the most powerful of the original Predators, because just locking down your opponent's lands is like, if they are already tapped out when they cast it, no, well, come to think of it, no, because they will have an untapped step. But still, it's like, if they don't answer these Vorinclex, like the moment it comes on the field, you lose. And like, I feel like you can deal actually better with the other Predators. Well, no, all of them are kill on sight. But I feel like this Vorinclex is the more kill on sight of them all. And there's one more thing. We have a secret card. So let's see what it is. And there it is. The lights came back on again and the doorbell rang. Hopefully we won't have any more problems here. And oh well, it's a Phyrexian swamp, and it's foiled and it's already corralled. Actually, let me look at that. Actually, when it came time to order the secret layer, I was debating myself if I should order the foiled version of the secret layer, right? But I thought to myself, what do I prefer? Foil cards that are curled or normal cards that are not foiled. And I think I prefer the normal cards that are not curled. And so that's why I just kept them. That's why I asked for the non-foil version. And apparently I made the right choice. So yeah, apparently they have already solved this curling problem, which is great, but at the time they hadn't. And so yeah, I didn't want to spend a lot of money in the secret layer cards and have them all be foiled. But like having this Phyrexian swamp is nice, even if it's curled. And here, like you can see the Phyrexian obliterator, and this is Mephidros actually, where apparently when actually we had a live stream where we deciphered the Phyrexian Predator lore, because when this came out in the jumpstart, they had this lore thing in the website, and it was all in Phyrexian, and we deciphered it, and apparently it says that someone is going to complete something. Someone is going to complete a work in Mephidros, but we are not entirely sure who that someone is, or what this work they are talking about is. So anyway, that's the Phyrexian secret layer. We are going to translate the Phyrexian text in a moment, but first I want you guys to be with me in a way when I open my first pack of magic cards ever. And oddly enough, it is from a set that is not official magic properties from Adventures in the... Well, how do I put it? It's not from like the magic universe. That's what I mean. It's from Dungeons and Dragons. Yeah, but it's fine. I mean, I've had a lot of fun playing with these cards in Magic Arena. How do I open this? And some of them are really good. Just I've never opened one of this, and I'm not sure how. Okay. I wanted to damage the pack as little as possible, but okay, whatever. Okay, apparently first we got a token skeleton. Okay, I know that people always like open them like in some specific order or something to always see the rarest cards at the end. But I've seen they do it, but I don't know how to do it. Because I don't know in which order the cards are. But anyway, so what is this? So apparently it's like, oh yeah, I remember, like they have these just pieces of art. So this is the Lina Wild Mage. Oh yeah, this is the one that makes you throw more dice, right? There was an infinite combo with this card, I think. And then we have an island. Oh, and these are the lands that have flavor text. I hope they keep doing that. I really like lands with flavor text. But obviously they should do it with sets in the Magic universe. Imagine if we had Phyrexian lands with flavor text. Okay, so in crystal-studded waters, far below the surface, you've discovered an incubating egg of mysterious origin. Interesting. Ooh, and then we have... Oh, this is one of those special versions of the cards with this sketch. I don't know how to call it. Like this is the original art. The original art. Well, the style of the artwork from Dungeons and Dragons back in the day. So this is Rhyme Shield, Frost Giant, Worth 3. So this is, I think, is good in limited, right? You put it down in limited. You have a 4/5. It's really hard to remove because it has Worth 3. When constructed, I don't think it's really good in constructed. Ooh, and we have Minimus Containment. I think this card is actually really good in standard right now. In mono white aggro, enchantment aura, enchant non-land permanent. Enchanted permanent is a treasure artifact with sacrifice this artifact. Add 1 mana of any color, and it loses all other abilities. This is why you need enchantment removal. Enchantment removal is becoming more and more important in Magic. I mean, at least for what I've seen playing Magic Arena and seeing people play Commander in YouTube. like game nights and other shows like that. Like enchantments are really there are few enchantments that are really powerful, but those few enchantments merit you having enchantment removal, I think. And then we have you find the villain's lair. I remember this one being really good in limited. Choose one, foil the scheme, counter target spell, learn their secrets, draw 2 cards, then discard 2 cards. The mode of looting too was really good. And it was nice that it could also counter something, like if you really needed to. Kick in the door. Put a +1/+1 counter on target creature. That creature gains haste until end of turn and can't be blocked by walls this turn. Venture into the dungeon. I really didn't like the venture into the dungeon mechanic. It was too complex and like too parasitic, yeah. It only works with cards from this set. We tried your way, now we do it my way. Jim, Barbarians of Baldur's Gate. Well, I guess like you could have some of the effects of the dungeons work with cards from any set. But I don't know, I didn't like the dungeons. You meet in a tavern. So choose one, form a party. Look at the top 5 cards of your library. You might reveal any number of creature cards from among them and put them into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. Oh, so this is like, what's that card? Collective Company, but light, or nerfed. This is the nerfed version of Collective Company. Start a brawl. Creatures you control get +2/+2 until end of turn. Oh, Prosperous Innkeeper. These cards are so annoying. But it's annoying if you are not playing it. If you're playing it, it's really good. When Prosperous Innkeeper enters the battlefield, create a treasure token. Whenever another creature enters the battlefield under your control, you gain 1 life. So now you can play Soul Sisters in Historic and add a green to add this guy and a bunch of other effects. Although I don't play Historic since they added the alchemy cards. But they say they were going to create a format that was true to paper. So, I mean, if they do, I might start playing Magic Arena again. Skullport Merchant. I really like this card because look, when Skullport Merchant enters the battlefield, create a treasure token. That you think, well, that's fine for 3 mana, whatever. But then it has 2 and a black, sacrifice another creature or treasure, draw a card. Incredible. You can, if your opponent is going to kill one of your creatures, you can just sacrifice it, and they lost a card, but you are card neutral because you drew something. It's incredible. Like I really love playing black, and like whenever my opponent is going to kill something of mine, I just sacrifice it for value. I just love doing that because it's like, okay, sure, you are affecting me. Like you cannot stop your opponent from affecting your strategy, sure, but when you are able to sacrifice things for value, it's like it mitigates the damage so much more. Oh, you find a Villain's Lair. Okay, again. You meet in a tavern again. Then we have Fighter class. When Fighter class enters the battlefield, search your library for an equipment card. Reveal it, put it onto your hand, then shuffle. Like if your win condition is Embercleave, this is really good. I didn't remember this card. Equip abilities you activate cost 2 less to activate. Whenever a creature you control attacks, up to 1 target creature blocks this combat if able. This is really good. I mean, okay, I know that Artifact Boros deck. I mean, there are a bunch of Boros decks that are all about equipment. And obviously they are not as powerful because equipment is inherently a little bit weak because like you need a creature and you need to equip it and stuff like that. But it seems really good. Like, I mean, I'm not saying that this could make an equipment deck really competitive, but it can certainly make it a lot more consistent. And then we have Aberrant Mind Sorcerer. Oh, and it is the last card, and it is foiled. Psionic spells. When Aberrant Mind Sorcerer enters the battlefield, choose target instar or sorcery card in your graveyard, then roll a d20. You might put that card on the top of your library. Return that card to your hand. Okay, pretty good. Okay, so that was my first pack of magic cards ever, but hopefully not the last. If one day I find people with whom to play in real life. And we have here the Predators. I'm going to be extremely careful with them. I'm going to what? I'm going to put them in this white box, because now we have to translate the text. So which one has? Okay, no, apparently. Okay, first let's translate the text in this white card, in this white box. Let me put this. I know there's glue in there. Okay. Actually, I have a notebook. I'm going to show you how I work. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is to transcribe the Phyrexian text into my notebook, and I'm going to do it in the order it's supposed to be, from left to right. And I should have brought a ruler, but I didn't bring a ruler, so I'm going to use the spare battery of my camera. I'm going to make a line here. Okay. So let's see. First we have, okay, so this just says the first word is Phyrexian something. This is Pha, Phi, Fire, Phyrex, Phyrex, and then we have what? Phyrex, Phyrex, Xe. Okay, so this is a fricative on the top of your, on the front of your mouth, and it is. I'm trying to remember. Okay, I have the dictionary here, because sometimes sometimes I cannot remember everything. That's why we have the dictionary. So let's see. Okay, so it's a tha, like in think. Okay. So, actually, let me write the sounds. Fire, Phyrex, and then this is a K. This is a tha. I'm using the International Phonetic Alphabet. And then, let's see, Tha, and then we have a Schwa, or what I think is a Schwa. And then we have a G. Yeah, it is a G, right? I'm checking the dictionary just to make sure. Yeah, it's a G. And then we have this and this, and that's a V. Like this. Okay, so this is obviously continuous, but let me see if we can decipher this word. So, Phyrex gethegd. Okay, I'm thinking probably it says Phyrexian secret layer. No, but it is too long. Phyrexian secret layer edition or something like that, like it could be. Let me check in the dictionary for something like gethegd. Okay, so let's see. Actually, let me tell you, the Phyrexian dictionary, like the online version, is coming out great. I want to thank everyone who's been working on that. I'm going to make an update video on that soon, and we're going to start working on the second edition. It's going to be really cool. But right now, I just need to. But that's for the future. That's something I'm working on. Wait for it. I'm not sure when it's going to be ready, because I'm also working on other stuff. Where is the K? We don't have a K. Oh, we don't have a K. This is the first word that begins with a K. Okay, so let me see. Maybe sometimes, okay, let me see if I have something in the letter E. Okay, so we have eth. Do we have anything with eth? Oh, yeah, okay, no, I'm stupid. I don't know, it's just, I remember that, of course, the dictionary starts with the English letter of the translation. So, of course, I don't know what I was thinking. But, okay, so, kethed. Okay, you know, guys, usually I would take my time looking through the dictionary to try to find it. But maybe this time I'm going to continue moving on, and maybe we'll figure it out later. So now let's see, we have, let me grab my improvised ruler. Actually, maybe I can use the charger. This is the charger for the battery of my camera. Okay. Kethed. So, Phyrexian. Interestingly enough, come to think of it, there isn't, how do you call it, a tense marker here. That's unusual, that's weird. Very few times we've seen sentences in Phyrexian that start without a tense marker. And apparently, okay, this is a plural because it has a double consonant, but maybe it is beginning because, I don't know, the word beginning has a weird construction that has never made total sense to me, but it has a repeated vowel as if it's some sort of plural that I don't get. And then, interestingly enough, oh, you are not seeing the bottom of the page. Let me correct that. Okay, so here's the bottom of the page, and it ends up with this. We've seen this before as an equivalent of a colon, like the two dots in English. So this is Phyrexian, and then we have what? PKS. Psitor. This is pretor, pretors. Okay. So yeah, here it says pretors, but it's not exactly pretor. Okay, let me check something in the dictionary. Okay, yeah, here, check this out. This is pretor, and it is the same as this word in here. So, check it out. We have, you can see these are the same symbols. Here we have a repeated vowel because this is a plural, so this is pretors. What sound was it? Oh yeah, this is a palatal approximant, and this is a T. And then we have, what was this sound? An I. Interestingly, a possessive. So, pretor, of the pretors. No, how was this? Father of machines. So, I always try to remember that. So, in Yakmoth, in Phyrexian, is called the father of machines, the Ya'ak Mo'aith. Mo'aith is father of. So this is pretors of Phyrexian kethed. I've seen this word before. Kethed. Well, let's continue. Kethed. I know I've seen it before. Kethed. Anyway, so then we have pretors, and then let's see, well, let me just write what we found out. So this is Phyrexian. Something, we don't know. And this is pretors of. Pretors of X, of whatever this is. Pretors of Phyrexian something. Okay, but we are getting there. We definitely are getting there. Now, let me write here another line. And let's see what's the next line. Okay, so this is a P, PL, PLI. This is pli. Plinex, this is completed. This word I know from memory. So, completed edition, like maybe it's something like that. Phyrexian Predators completed edition. Like, where is secret layer? No, it's like I was thinking that maybe in the box it says something like that. Complete. Well, it says completed. This is completed. This is Plinex. Plinex. And this is completed or complete. And this is complete in the Phyrexian sense, in the of perfected. And then we have another word separator, and then we have, what is this? I think this is I call it the nightmare diacritic. I think by now we're pretty sure this has to be a uvular symbol for like a uvular. In this case, it would be a uvular stop, which I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce because it's way too difficult for me. I mean, if you speak a language with uvular sounds, like of course it's easy. But none of the languages I speak use sounds like that. So all of this looks very similar. Looks very familiar. Like I've seen it before. Huh. Let me check. Okay, so this symbol was a. Oh, of course, it's the G from before. We just saw it, and I forgot about it. This is... this is so annoying. I've seen this word before. I'm sure I've seen it before. The glottal stop with voice is capital G in Phyrexian. In the IPA. Oh, sorry. Here. So this is... Ginspork, something like that. Where have I seen you? Okay, let's put a pin on that. Okay, so complete edition, maybe? It would be cool if this was edition. Okay, so let's put a pin on that, and let's go to the other text. Where was this? Okay, I know there was a second. Oh, here it is. So I couldn't remember which one of these boxes had it. Okay. And this text looks a little bit long. So just from the get-go, I can see Phyrex. Is it the same from before? Phyrex gezegd. Phyrex gezegd. Oh, so it is the same, but here it is written in the right order. So Phyrex gezegd, Psytyre Plinex Ginspork. So okay, so apparently, so it is the same text. So that means we can continue going So that means we don't have to write this again, and we can just focus on the two words that we cannot translate, this and this. And I'm going to look them in the dictionary, and I don't know, I'm not going to edit it out. You are going to be here with me trying to look for it. But I'm going to try to make it enjoyable. So I'm trying to make space for everything. So we are looking for this effect thing. So this is why I put these things next. So if I'm looking through the dictionary, I can quickly find important symbols for each word. And right now, I think the most important symbol is this tha, because it's in the middle of the word. And sometimes Phyrexian words can change the beginning or the end, but the middle is very stable. And so if we have seen this word before, it might have a different beginning or different ending, depending on the conjugations or stuff like that, but it will, almost certainly we'll have a tha somewhere in there. And so that's what we are looking for. Gefect. Oh, by the way, I suppose I can tell you guys, I cannot see why not. I was interviewed by Polygon. They are going to make a story about Phyrexian and about us, about the community trying to decipher the Phyrexian language. It's so cool. And I told them everything about the community. I told them how you guys have been working on the dictionary. I told them about Citrus Inferno and how he deciphered the Phyrexian scriptures. I even told them about the people in MTG Salvation. It's I think it's going to come out really well. I don't know when the article is going to come out, but when it does, you can rest assured that I will let you know. I think I found something. Yep, I found something. So, creature card. Check this out. Creature. I knew I had seen this before. This is card. This part here this is card. So, card. I knew I had seen it. I knew I've seen it. Okay, so, obviously it was a compound word. Like, in retrospective, it's obvious this is way too long to be a single word. We know that Phyrexian uses a consonantal root system. So, of course, 4 consonants, that's the root of card. So, which one is pork? Pork. It's something like that. Okay, we found this one is card. That's useful. Now let me. Well, I guess now I'm looking for this R in the middle. Although I think we can be pretty sure that since this is a compound word, it would be really weird for it to. How do I explain it? Yeah, no, like the beginning of since this word is already part of a compound word, its ending might change in other usages, but the beginning should be the same. That's what I was trying to say. We can just look for a po, something that starts with po. And that should be relatively easy to identify in the dictionary. Po. Let's see. So stay tuned for the article in Polygon. What else? Also, it's really interesting that obviously now we know for a fact, like maybe some people doubted this before, that we would get Phyrexian cards in every set for a while. It's just I was saying from now on, like we are gonna get a new card in Kamigawa and another card in Yucapina and stuff like that. But some people weren't so sure. Some people were saying, no, it's gonna be like once or twice per year they are gonna drag this out. But apparently no. Apparently now we know we can expect Phyrexian cards in every set. I think that in Dominaria United, I hope we see the new Elishnorn. Or if not, we're going to see the new Sheoldred. Those are the only two options, really. It isn't much of a prediction. There is going to be one of those two. But the interesting thing is, which Phyrexian cards are we going to see in the Brothers' War? Because, okay, I know that the Phyrexians aren't like the most crucial part of the Brothers' War. A bunch of other stuff happened there. But the Phyrexians were crucial to finishing the Brothers' War in a way. No. For a second I thought that here library, but no, it has a tha, but then it doesn't have the g. If I get through the end of the dictionary and I haven't found it, I was just saying, if I don't find it, no, I found it. Here, let me show you. Land. We know that land is something like thect, and here it is, thect. So, well, I'm confused. Phyrexian, so praetors of the Phyrexian land complete card set. Something like that. Yeah, praetors of the Phyrexian land, colon, complete set, because you have all 5 of them. That makes sense. But let me check the world. World. Well, world is similar to, look, check this out. The root for world is similar, is this the. Okay, let me write it here so that I can explain you why am I conflicted right now. Just give me a second to order my thoughts. Oh, no. Okay, so apparently, I have not noticed this. Land and world are the same in Phyrexian, which of course makes a lot of sense. But yeah, look, here we have tethect instead of kethect. And, okay, so yeah, I know that it's different. Like, for example, in this instance of world from All Will Be One, they have P instead of K, but we know that there's some variation in the diacritics, and it means something. We are not entirely sure what, but it doesn't change the entire meaning of the word. Follow skin of this world. But then sometimes land appears without this. Actually, come to think of it, I have a Phyrexian land right here. The thect is the same. So interestingly, so this thect thing, it means something, but apparently, I don't know, it's modified by something before. Okay, this is something I have to look into. I had not noticed this. But yeah, there's something, a connection between world and land. And apparently the key of that is this prefix that I had not noticed it was a prefix of some kind. It is modifying the root, and I don't understand exactly how, but I have to look at all the examples, all the instances of all the instances of the usage of the word world, and I have to look at all the instances of the usage of the word land, and compare them and keep a look at this. But for now, we can say that this is the Phyrexian world. So this is just Phyrexia. This is how they call, well, New Phyrexia. So this is just, so this is Praetors of New Phyrexia, or Praetors of Phyrexia. Praetors of Phyrexia, complete card. And this one, pork. Let's see if we can find it. I mean, we found everything else. If it really is like set or something like that, then we will not be able to find it, because I don't think we've seen the word set used anywhere before in any Phyrexian examples before. But so that was in land. So this is where we were. Now we are looking for that pork thing. This is a Praetor, player, permanent. And it's interesting that it says, well, Phyrexia means perfect, so this is the perfect world. But it's interesting that it doesn't say the new perfect world, because we've seen both usages. We've seen them referring to Phyrexia as the new perfect world and as a new world. And I would think that the perfect world was original Phyrexia, and the new perfect world would be new Phyrexia. But maybe they are not very consistent when talking about this. I mean, it wouldn't be so surprising. And it would kind of make sense. Like, people are not very consistent referring to the names of some places. Constantinople is now Istanbul, as the mountain gods very eloquently said. And Tenochtitlan is now Mexico City. So, and I don't know, like, it would be really cool if there was a lore reason for that variation, you know? It would be a cool little detail, a cool little world building detail. Also, why do you guys think that Halo is so important for defeating Phyrexians? Because, okay, Halo is basically melted angels, or, well, not blended, it's blended angels. And look, I understand that it must be really cool to just snort a blended angel, and that phrase doesn't make sense in any other context. But just my question is, how does that defeat Phyrexian? Phyrexia, I mean, I guess you could make an addict, drug addicts, you could make all the Phyrexians addicted to Halo, and then, I don't know, control them somehow that way? Doesn't seem like a very good idea. But, okay, so this is the end of the dictionary. And if we have seen this word, I completely missed it. But, I mean, it's not such a big deal. We were able to translate pretty much everything else. Where is my pencil? Okay, I'll use this one. Okay, so apparently, I'm gonna say, okay, obviously, when you're trying to decipher a language that you don't know, and this is something I've said many times, at some point you have to make guesses. And so my guess now is that this is set. So the translation of this would be Praetors of Phyrexia, complete set. And I'm going to use complete in the complete set. Or I guess you could also translate it as like the perfect set or something like that. And come to think of it, it is the perfect set in a way, because look, these are all the Praetors when they were still friends, when they were still allies. before Elish Norn basically banished Sheoldred and Urabrask, before she made Jingitaxias and Vorinclex her minions somehow. And I really want to know how she did that, how she managed to secure power. And so at some point they were all equals, they were all friends, just working together for the greatness of Phyrexian. But now not anymore. And actually it's going to be really cool to have these 5 original cards of the Praetors when they were all friends, and then the new 5 cards when some of them, like one of them is the leader, the other are the minions, and the rest of them are, well, rebels, I suppose. Well, it's going to be interesting. We don't know what happened to... We knew that Urabrask had become a rebel because he was willing to let the Miran resistance be in peace, as it says in its flavor text right here. It says, Ukup Noro. Okay, I'm not going to read the whole thing. I mean, I could eventually sound it out, but it says that let them be, and it's really cool because it uses the tense marker law. Law here is in Phyrexian is used to give orders, and the cool thing about this is that it is at the end of the sentence, which is something, I think this is the only instance where we have ever seen that. And maybe it is something that they use in Phyrexian to give emphasis. Maybe if you want to make really clear, like something like in English, sometimes you can change the word order to make emphasis on something. Like, okay, I cannot think of an example right now, but maybe that's what's happening here, and it's something really interesting. Because otherwise, the order, let them be, would begin with the law. But here it says prosailo, which means in Phyrexian, let them be, or let them in peace, or something like that. Prosailo. But that's I imagine it's a very archaic way to speak. Maybe it's like English Shakespeare or something like that, because the normal way to say it would be lo proshai. Lo proshai would be the normal way, but here it says proshai lo. Anyway, so that was the unboxing of the Phyrexian secret layers. Secret layer, I translated the text. For the most part, we are unsure of what this last word means. I found there's something interesting going on with land and world. And also, well, we got this really nice Phyrexian swamp. Who needs a reversed Viscera Seer, which is worth thousands of dollars? Well, I guess I never had it. So why do I feel sad that I feel like I lost it, but I never had it. Anyway, I guess that's just human consciousness. I was so excited about the possibility of getting one. Anyway, and you guys were with me as I opened my first pack of Magic cards in my life. And so I think that's it. Thanks a lot for watching, and stay tuned because, as I mentioned, I'm working on the second edition of the Phyrexian Dictionary, using all your contributions to the Phyrexian Dictionary, the first edition. Actually, I'm going to put a link in the description. And what else? Also, there's a new Urabrask in Phyrexian, which was, by the way, an exclusive spoiler for Polygon Magazine, the ones who interviewed me. Just earlier today, actually, they had a lot of timing with that. And what was I saying? Oh yeah, so I'm gonna make a video, just checking the new Urabrask card. And so yeah, stay tuned because there's going to be a lot more Phyrexian content from Magic, coming from Wizards of the Coast, and of course I'm gonna be analyzing all of it. And hopefully we will finally get a story written in Phyrexian. It doesn't have to be something long. Just something less than 1,000 words in the website written in Phyrexian, and just let us decipher it. That's my dream. Hopefully it happens. Well, anyway, thanks for watching and goodbye.